Good evening to all of you who are viewing the live. It's so good to have you here. My name is Dr. Binti Jhuraney, and I'm a health and wellness consultant at Be Paushtik. Today, I am here on this platform, Wonder Woman Connect, and I shall be talking about few lifestyle changes that you can do very easily in your everyday life, and that would help you immensely improve your health, wellness, and your fitness levels. Hello, Arpana. At the outset, I would like to thank this lovely lady, Arpana Agarwal, who's the founder and the president of this lovely platform called Wonder Women Connect. And as you must be knowing, this is a beautiful platform of globally connected women who are entrepreneurs or are experts or homemakers and basically from different walks of life, and they all connect and network on this platform. So, Arpana, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to interact with everyone here. Everyone is a dynamic personality. I've been a part of this group for around 2 years now. And I've seen the lovely, inspiring women and the strong women we have in the group. And each of us are unique in our own way. And there's so much to learn from everyone. So I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Binti Jhuraney. I'm a dentist by profession. And as I was always passionate about health and fitness, I did my master's in alternative medicine 3 years back. So I always wanted to learn more about various alternative ways of treating one's own body with the help of natural ways. And I was very intrigued by it, and that's the reason I decided to study more on that. Yes. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sparing your precious time and being a part of this session. I'm sure it will help you immensely. So, as I was telling you, I was always interested in learning more about Ayurveda and natural ways of living. So once I studied, it was beautiful. I mean, I went into researching more and more about this wonderful way of life called Ayurveda, which I'm sure most of you know. It's at least 5,000 years old science. And the concepts it talks about are so true till date. And that's what I've been trying to do. My venture called Be Paushtik is basically an amalgamation of Ayurveda rules along with the modern lifestyle. Because let's be honest, we can't live like the saints or live a purely Ayurvedic sattvic life. Because our lifestyles are such that we have to go on work and we have to take care of kids, and there are so many other responsibilities in our daily lives that if we follow the basic rules of Ayurveda and just incorporate that in our everyday modern lifestyle, we still can benefit so much from that. And that's what I'll be talking more of in the coming hour. So first of all, let me just tell you what Ayurveda tells about daily routine. So during this pandemic, all of us have been just, put off our regular routine. So there are online classes, there are husbands working from home, and some of us who have been working ourselves, we are also stuck at home, taking care of the kitchen, taking care of home and ourselves. So here our routine has gone for a toss. Ayurveda always tells to maintain a routine or dincharya. Dincharya, because we are beings of routine. We function best if we are following a routine. So if we follow a dincharya, like we have fixed time to wake up in the morning, sleep at night, and our meal timings are fixed, our body functions in the best possible way. We are maximally efficient that way. So, following a dincharya really helps keeping our bodies in the best shape. Having said that, uh, if we try and keep our timings as fixed as possible, a little bit here and there is fine, but more or less, if everything is done at the same time and it is in tune with body's own clock, which is called the circadian rhythm, then we can get maximum health benefits. For example, our body is tuned to not produce too much of digestive juices during evenings. So, by that, following that principle, we should take a light dinner and let our body rest after having an early dinner, early meal, and then let our body rest and do the digestion its own work. And in the morning, when our digestive juices and digestive abilities, and if I may say Agni, body's digestive Agni is at its best, at its peak, that is the time we should be having the foods we think will provide us nutrition. So if you want to have a good meal in the morning, that will provide you better nutrition. It will be assimilated in much, much better way if taken in the morning, because our digestion is at its peak. So that is why we keep telling, I keep telling my patients that if you want to have a good meal, take a good breakfast, good lunch, but go easy in the dinner. Okay, that's like one thing I gave you example of following a dincharya. And thus, if we follow the circadian rhythm, we all know, intermittent fasting is a big fad these days. I always tell my patients to try doing circadian rhythm fasting because that works very well for our bodies. No two bodies are same. Everybody's body constitution is different. So what may suit my body type may not suit your body type. But there are certain principles that work for everyone. Okay, so something like circadian rhythm is our body's own clock. So if we eat food well in time and let our body digest it properly throughout the night before breaking our fast, that is breakfast, it will function in the best possible way, right? So following a circadian rhythm is very helpful. So giving an example, eat your food by 8 or 9 in the night and eat your morning breakfast by 9 o'clock in the morning. So what will it do is you've given your body enough time to digest your last meal. So when you eat your food next, it will be it will be utilized, assimilated in a better way. Okay, so that was something I wanted to share regarding the circadian rhythm. Another lovely principle that I have been following from Ayurveda is oil pulling. I don't know if you're aware of it or not. It's called Gandusha in Ayurveda, in Sanskrit. It involves taking either some coconut oil or sesame oil and swishing it in your mouth for 8 to 20 minutes. I know it's sounding 8 to 20 minutes really sounds long, but you can start with as small as say 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So what it does is it helps improves your oral hygiene and massages your gums. And it's also scientifically known to help you with various chronic inflammatory conditions. So I'll repeat, oil pulling, it is advised to do it early in the morning, once you wake up, empty stomach. Okay, some people advise it doing after your brushing, but I do it after, once I wake up before my brushing, because I feel that's the time it works the best. So what do you need to do is take a spoonful of cold pressed organic coconut oil or sesame oil, tel ka tel ya nariyal ka tel. You just have to take it in your mouth, hold it and swish it around in your mouth like It's called oil pulling. So you pull the oil between your teeth, like hold it in your mouth and vigorously move it up and down, behind and left and right. Keep doing it. During that time, you can be doing some of your chores. And once you're done with the swishing, you need to spit this collected oil, spit it out. You are not supposed to swallow it. So what you have done basically is you've pulled out the toxins and all the bacteria and everything that was there in your mouth, and you've just kind of emulsified the oil with all of these, and then you spit it out. So it's important that you spit it out. That's really important because that's full of toxins and bacteria. You just can't swallow that oil. So you spit that out. After that, what I do is I take some lukewarm water, put some salt in it, and do my final rinsing with that, like twice. And after that, you can do your regular brushing. Why I want to share this with you? Because it has helped me immensely. I mean, those of you who are having problems with the various skin issues, blood-related issues, and sometimes it's really helpful in your inflammatory conditions, like if you're having joint pains or things like that. If you do it regularly, it's really going to help you with long-standing chronic conditions. Please try and do it. It's a very simple technique and it will definitely be very helpful to you. Another thing I wanted to talk to, because I've just enlisted a few things that I would want to tell you about, and they're so simple and they can easily be incorporated in your everyday life. Because once you feel something is really difficult, you're not able to sustain to it for a longer time. If it's easy, but all the habits that I'll be talking about, give them some time. Give them some a week, 10 days, and then see how it's working for you. And you'll see the benefits are there and you would like to adopt it. If they're not helping you, or if by any chance they are causing any kind of side effects you feel, then please feel free not to adopt it. I'm talking about the habits which I have included in my lifestyle for past 2-3 years, and I've seen the changes. Next is we don't give too much attention to our sleeping patterns. As I just mentioned a few minutes earlier, that pandemic has really thrown off our routines. And so we are really not keeping time, as in how much sleep we are giving ourselves. Because the time we sleep is the time when our body is repairing. And by repairing, I mean all kinds of repair work and growth and development happens when we are in a resting stage. So when we are not sleeping well, our hormones go for a toss. All our body functions, in fact, we know if we are sleep deprived, we don't function properly the next day. Another important thing here I would like to talk about is if we are sleep deprived, our hormones are haywire. We feel more hungry, we feel more cranky the next day. Especially, I wanted to talk to you about hormones called leptin and ghrelin. These are our hunger hormones and the satiety hormones. If we are sleep deprived, the next day, these hormones are actually haywire. We are feeling more grubby. We want to go have some kind of comfort food. We usually go for something high sugar and high salt food, which is not advisable. So make sure you give yourself 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day to function in the best possible way. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about today was how to drink water. See, these are very simple things that I'm talking about. If you just see yourself doing them, you will realize what wrong you were doing, and if you do it in this particular way, how it's gonna help you. So drinking water, we usually don't even pay attention to it. We just take the bottle and just guzzle it down. So that's not the right way of drinking water. We all know our body is made up of 70 to 80% water, and our cells need it for all our basic functions. And so when we drink water, what we should realize is we should sit and drink water. Never drink water while standing. Because what happens is when we drink, just guzzle the water like that, it just passes through us. It is supposed to hydrate our cells, provide the water required for various body functions. It does not happen. So please, while having water, sit down and have your water. Also, don't take it in one go. Just have water sip by sip. Another important thing is the water temperature. So water should be taken ideally at the room temperature, or maybe a little warmer is good. Avoid taking ice cold water. Yes, even during summers. An ambient temperature would be the water that's kept in our earthen pots, matka. That temperature, the cool temperature, is definitely advisable. But if you take room temperature water or warm water, it's better. We have heard about keeping water in copper mugs, copper bottles, and it is very good to keep your water in copper containers or even silver containers. What that does is it alkalinizes that water, charges it up with good antioxidants, and when you consume that water, it definitely gives you more benefits than having plain water. So all these things that I'm telling you, you can start doing them and see the benefits they do for you. Another point here I would like to tell is early morning water. Many of us do it, and it's such a good thing to do. One tip here would be have warm water early morning, empty stomach. Try putting some ginger, grated ginger in that, and a squeeze of lemon would be good. Personally, I don't advise putting honey, but if you feel a little bit of taste would help you consume that water, you can put some honey. If we have that kind of water early in the morning, how it helps, it really detoxifies our system. And when we take this grated ginger along with that, it helps rekindle our digestive agni, which we really need in the morning. It sets our metabolism in the proper way that we can digest our food throughout the day. So that is one thing I keep telling my patients to do early in the morning. And it's not as advisable to have tea or coffee the first thing when you get up. So I usually do the oil pulling, followed by my brushing and tongue scraping. Ayurveda talks a lot about tongue scraping as well. Use a copper or a steel tongue scraper to clean your tongue. And after that, you can easily consume your coffee or tea. Another important point I wanted to talk to you was the physical activity. We know the importance of physical activity. But physical activity should not just be going to the gym or doing yoga. It's very important you do that. But besides that, I have seen so many patients and friends and family that think just putting in that half an hour or 1 hour of physical activity during their day is enough. No, it's not. What we need to do is increase our NEAT, that is our non-exercise activity thermogenesis. How does it help? And what am I talking about? It is something that you keep doing the whole day. I mean, you just shouldn't be sitting on the couch the whole day. Keep yourself moving, keep your limbs moving, get up to do little errands in the home. Basically, walk down the stairs, don't take elevator, or maybe walk the dog in the evening, or during the daytime, just make yourself mobile. Just don't keep sitting. What I have started doing, I've been doing it for quite some time, is taking calls while walking. It really, really helps. And another thing here I would like to add is, as per Ayurveda, what is called Shatpavli, which means 100 steps. And I do it with all my patients. They know it's a must do in my plans because I make them walk after having their main meals as a compulsory activity. So all you need to do is, after having your main meals, like your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, wait for 5 minutes, and then walk at least 100 steps. I usually advise 10 to 15 minutes of light walk after the meals, and it has helped all my patients. And it's actually documented. It's scientifically proven that once you walk after your meals, it helps reduce the insulin spike that usually happens after we take our meals. So it is very, very beneficial. And this all 15 minutes walk thrice a day, see, automatically you are clocking in 45 minutes of walking without even, putting your mind to it that, okay, I'm doing an exercise or I'm doing XYZ physical activity. Just walking around the house will help. So the entire day, all these little physical activities amount to a good time that you spend in the physical activity time. So they all matter. Please increase your NEAT and you'll see how your health changes. Yes. Another important point I wanted to discuss with you was the mental well-being. Okay, we all know meditation is good, and we all know, but we keep getting confused as to how to start meditation and what is the proper way of meditating, or, long hours putting into your meditation. See, it's not that difficult, and I advise deep breathing as the first step for those who want to start meditating. It's it's a beautiful practice. It calms your mind, it relaxes your mind, it calms your nerves, and you're ready to face life again. I'll just teach a very small breathing technique, which is also called as 7-11 breathing technique. It's a very simple deep breathing technique. When I say deep breathing, I mean you inhale, and once you inhale, you can put your hand on your belly, and once you inhale, you should feel your belly coming out, okay? And when you exhale, that is when you breathe out, your belly should go in. So if I can just demonstrate to you, and I call it 7-11 breathing technique. I mean, it is called 7-11 breathing technique because what you do is you inhale to the count of 7 and you exhale to the count of 11. And I would suggest you do that, like mentally count, because once you do that, your mind will not wander. You'll not think of unnecessary thoughts. Okay, that's the main thing. People are not able to, focus and everything. So start with this kind of breathing. So you inhale, counting till 7, and then when you exhale, count in your mind till 11 and feel your belly go in. It's so simple. So you can do this breathing technique, say 5 minutes in the morning once you get up, or before sleeping. That's also a very good time to practice this, or any time of the day when you're feeling overwhelmed or when you just want to relax. Try doing this deep breathing technique, and you will be really benefited. One other thing that I have been doing and has helped me a lot is the gratitude journal. We all are so busy in our lives that we forget to pay gratitude. So this is a very beautiful practice that I've started doing, and I do it before I sleep, which I would advise you to do. You just need to, before you end for the day, you should have a small diary lying at your bedside, and you need to write just 3 things that happened during the day for what you are really grateful. So you can be as detailed about it as you want, but do write. And it could be very simple things as well. Like maybe your mom made something really interesting for you, or your husband made you a lovely cup of tea in the evening. I mean, just reflect on the day that has gone by and write 3 things that you're grateful for in that day. And once you start doing it, you will see how happy it makes you and how happily you sleep, and you sleep with a grateful heart. and it's really helping me out. Please do try it, because all these things that I'm telling you are very easily doable, and they make a lot of difference in your everyday health and your perspective, how you approach health and wellness. Another one interesting topic I wanted to talk to you, because I'm not touching very topics that are related to food and diet. But one thing I would like to definitely mention here is, don't go for fad diets. Try incorporating as much nutrition in your daily diet as possible. Include local and seasonal fruits and vegetables, because they'll keep you fuller for a longer period of time, and will not lead to various cravings. And actually, whenever you have cravings, please indulge in them. Do not do any kind of restrictive dieting that does not allow you to have your favorite foods, because that will not last. I am practicing as a nutritionist for past 3 years, and I have seen it in the patients that it's not possible, and it's not good for long term if we do any kind of restrictive diets. I have patients who have come to me after trying all the fad diets, sometimes keto diet and what all different diets, and they just want simple food to eat. And if they want to lose weight, it happens because they change their lifestyles, and not because they are eating less or eating something different. So lifestyle changes is what makes the difference. Try incorporating these simple things, and do let me know if they help you. And you can direct message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I shall be very happy to help you out with your fitness goals, your health goals. And please remember, everybody is different, and everyone has a different way of, working out with different diets. So don't get into that these fad diets that work for very short term but are not good for you in the long term. And definitely, if you have any questions, I can answer them. And thanks for joining me. And thank you, everyone, for being such patient listeners. A few of you must have joined late. This recording will be there on the page, and you can have a look at it later as per your convenience. And you can also benefit from the various tips I have shared. So are there any questions? I would love to answer them for what all I have discussed. So there's a question that's asking about, is hot water advisable? Then here I would like to tell that hot water that you can't tolerate is definitely a no-no. Lukewarm water is what works the best. If we are having it early morning also, lukewarm water is something I suggest, not hot water. And another thing, as in Ayurveda, putting hot water and honey together is a poisonous combination. So that's another thing you can take care of, not to mix honey in very hot water. Sugar cravings, you can very well manage if you can find sugar substitutes that work for you, Sangeeta. Like I have completely left getting sugar in my house. We get jaggery and we get dates, which I feel are great. Now winters are approaching, and you can always make the date laddus or jaggery balls and consume that for your sugar craving. So that's absolutely fine, healthy. Just try and avoid refined sugar as far as possible, because that causes the insulin spike, and that's the reason we all suffer. So avoiding refined sugar, refined flour, and packaged foods and junk food most of the time is what helps us achieve the maximum health. So make sure, do not put yourself under any kind of restrictive diet. Even Ayurveda talks about moderation. So be really mindful of what you're eating, and you can incorporate all your favorite foods, including your sugary cravings and your sugary treats. You can include them in your diet, definitely. Water retention is a big problem, Mona. I was just telling everyone about how to consume water. So, what I have seen, my patients tell me that they have been told to have 5 to 6 liters of water in a day. So, see, it's not mandatory. Everybody, as I said, is different. All your water requirements are different. So, mostly when you are having water retention, we advise you to have, that means you're having less water and your body is holding on to that water. That's why you feel bloated and water retention is there. So consuming more water will help you excrete the excess water and will help you with your water retention. Another very important point regarding this water intake is that please listen to your body, that if you see symptoms like dry lips or maybe your urine is a dark yellow color, that means you're not taking enough water. That's the time you should increase your water intake. But guzzling down water 5 to 6 liters a day is also not advisable, and I don't advise it that ways. So have water when you are thirsty, and you can actually make your water interesting by putting some mint leaves into it, putting some lemon into it, or maybe some orange slices into it. Because many patients tell me they don't feel like having water. So you can, make it fruit infused water or herb infused water to make it more interesting. And you can have it that ways also. Yeah. Yes. So, any other questions I can answer in my DMs, and you can approach me. I'm working as a nutritionist at Be Paushtik, and I give plans according to the body type, your Ayurveda body type, and then use the Ayurvedic principles along with your personal lifestyle to make the right plan for you. Yeah. So wood pressed coconut oil is better than refined oil. Yes, ma'am, it is. The coconut oil definitely is better than refined oil. Anything that's refined and processed is, I don't advise that. So definitely wood pressed coconut oil is a better option. Good oil for cooking, Mala, is again according to your body type. So personally, I don't do any kind of frying. So for me, in my house, I just use desi ghee, mustard oil, and sometimes rice bran oil is used, and virgin coconut oil for my oil pulling, and sesame oil. So these all are different oils that I have been using. And if you know your body type as per Ayurveda, they are even more specific, like what kind of oil that works best for you. Yes. So I do the basic consultation, and then I provide you with a list of things that are best for your body type, like what kind of vegetables suit you more, what kind of fruits you should be having more of, what kind of oil is what works for you the best, and what kind of cereals. See, as I told you before also, that Ayurveda does not ban anything from your life, but it definitely talks about moderation. And when we talk what kind of things are suitable for you, that implies that what are the things that you should be having more of, and few things that you can avoid because they might be causing you bloating, they might be causing you different gastric issues. So that's how we decide after we do a in-depth consultation. Thank you so much. And Bharti, you can connect to me in direct message later regarding the charges. I shall mention it there. Thank you. If there are any other questions, I can answer. So my venture is called Be Paushtik. If you want to get in touch with me, Bharti, and I'm there on Facebook and Instagram, and I shall be very happy to help you out. I'm very thankful for Arpana for this platform where I could connect with all of you and share my personal experience with Ayurveda and sharing the lifestyle changes that I have been doing myself and seeing the results. And believe me, once you start doing them, you can include your husband or your family members in this, and once you start doing it, you will see how beautifully it can change your entire perspective to health. So I guess that I'll end the live session for now. And thank you so much, all of you, for being so patient and being a part of this session. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.